The game is afoot. The case of the missing captain, and only one man can solve it. That's why those poor hapless souls came to me for my help. But something about the case was leaving a bad taste in my mouth. Still, I always get my man, even when he's a puppet. Captain Coolsville would be found. It was only a matter of time. Time and finding the mistakes. The mistakes that everybody makes when they're hiding. Still, I need something to give a better taste in my mouth for this case. That's not it.
The smiles around, 'cause there's a new game in town. It's time to excite at the roll of the dice. With friendship comes epic wins and defeats. It's a land of adventure with board.
Hey gang, welcome to another episode of Board. We're your hosts. I'm Devall.
And I'm Pixel Dan.
You know,
What? What
the heck was that?
Huh?
I think it was Papa Devall.
Did you just like run from there and go into the closet?
Yeah?
What is he up to?
I don't...
Alright, there's no waiting this time. We gotta figure out
We're
what's
getting the
going
game,
on.
gang. We gotta figure out what's going on. That's never happened before.
I'll bet.
Bobby.
What is going on here?
I've dealt with this before, unfortunately. He thinks he's Darth Vader, but he's actually doing Bane. It's horrible. He's doing Bane from...
Well, hello there! If it isn't my old nemesis, the Pickle Man, and his little dog, Poo-Poo, too.
Little dog poop, what are you talking...
Wait, hold on. Bane? Where are you getting Bane from? That is the best Darth Vader I have ever heard.
Yeah, sure.
That is...
Yeah.
Says Star Wars on the thing.
It does say Star Wars on the thing.
You're a Star Wars guy. That is not Darth Vader.
That's Darth Vader. Hey, good job. I like it.
Oh, thank you very much.
You know what? You get the game. I can't deal with this. This is ridiculous.
All right.
When Jason is in ashes, you have my permission to die.
Vader totally said that in the movie. He totally said that. He said that. What we got today? Oh, it's fitting.
Yes, it says Star Wars on the
It
thing.
says Star Wars on the game. I like it.
It's not Darth Vader. It's Bane. How many times do I have to tell you this? That is Bane.
Don't listen to him.
Why would I do a bad voice before throwing a man out of an airplane?
That's something Darth Vader would say.
It's horrible.
That's something.
Star Wars.
Star Wars! Yeah! I like Star Wars.
Apparently.
Yeah.
What do you like more, Star Wars or Masters of the Universe?
Oh, dude, don't throw questions at me like that. Ninja Turtles.
Wasn't even in...
That's just how I avoided answering your question. Hey! Can he play Star Wars with us?
No. Wrong universe.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's not gonna work that way.
Alright, so we're playing Star Wars.
Star Wars! Check that out. How awesome is that?
Escape from the Death Star game.
This game was released...
I feel like this is not the only Escape from the Death Star game.
No.
They did that again, right?
Yes, they did.
Like the one that came with the little action figures in the 90s?
Yep.
Yeah.
This game was done. Oh, this game was made the year I was born, 77.
Fun fact, I bought that game just for those action figures in the 90s.
So did many, many people.
Because it had the Luke with the Stormtrooper disguise with the wet slicked back hair. And that's
Yep.
why I bought it.
Yep,
Yeah.
from the trash compactor
Yeah,
scene.
that's I needed it.
I love the box art for this old game because it's so simple, and it's a Kenner game.
Oh.
Which again, Kenner didn't make a whole lot of board games, but In the 70s and 80s for licensed stuff, they made board games galore. I mean, we played the Indiana Jones Raiders of the Lost Ark game. That was a great game.
Right.
And this is great too because I love the shot of the X-wing and the TIE fighter on the front, and then you've got the cast on the other side there, and it's like here's the cast and a stormtrooper.
Well, I mean, why wouldn't you throw in a stormtrooper though? He's an iconic character from that first movie.
That's true.
Yeah.
I would have expected C-3PO, who actually isn't on there.
That is kind of odd. No, C-3PO's down in the bottom. R2-D2 and C-3PO.
I missed Chewbacca up there. I thought that was Chewbacca down there. I'm sorry.
So you thought there was two Chewbacca? Two Chewbaccas!
Oh my God! What is happening? But I love the artwork on this. It's great. Of course, the box is beat up. It's been through it's been through a lot over the years. And then you got the cool thing is that the game board actually is kind of neat because it's. Get it open here. It is a very very large piece of the Death Star there, and
that's
cool. You've got the Millennium Falcon here, and the X-wing stuff there. It's pretty neat looking. It's a very interesting old board there.
I like it. I think that's really cool.
There's a lot of spaces though.
There is a lot of spaces, but that's pretty neat looking. I think that's a fun board. I don't know, it's weird though, that's always kind of the excitement about these old board games is you always wonder what the board is going to look like. You try to picture it in your head, like what would a board for a Star Wars game look like? And that's not exactly what I would have pictured, but it's pretty cool.
Not at all. For some reason.
There's a lot of colors on there. Oh, do we start in the trash compactor? Like, everything starts with the trash compactor in the corner of the board.
You do start in the trash compactor.
So this game picks up at that point in the movie and moves forward.
And for some reason, whoever I got this from,
like it.
they taped the instructions inside the box.
Actually, that's pretty smart.
It's a smart idea.
You won't lose them.
There's nothing on the back, so it's just it's pretty easy. It's a one little sheet. Much easier than somebody.
Rebel Base.
Yeah.
From the trash compactor to the Rebel Base. That should be the name of the game.
I think there's 8 playing tokens. It's for ages 7 and up, but it doesn't say. I guess you can play for up to 2, 3, or 4 players. But
there we go.
They included extra ones in case you lost them. But there's a Luke and Leia, and then you've got a Han and Chewie.
Oh.
And you've got red, blue, yellow, and green colors for the pawns here.
So
and they're all wearing medals from the end of Star Wars.
They've already won, but they're doing it over again.
They gotta make sure they do it right this time.
I wonder why they would choose those versions. Like even Leia's wearing like the fancier outfit from the ceremony there.
She's got the.
And they're like, Luke's got his little jacket on with his medal, and now they're escaping from the trash can. I know what this game is.
What?
This is their retelling of how they escaped from the Death Star after they've already been given their medals. Like, they sat down, they're like, let us tell you about our day. And they're retelling to all the
Hans, and everybody's a drink. I'm gonna tell you what's going on, man.
Ooh, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's like a story. That's what's going on here. That's what this game is.
Interesting.
It's escape from the Death Star as told by Luke and Han.
And Chewie and Leia.
With Chewie going,
and Leia.
And Leia going, yeah, that totally happened. Yeah. That was actually what happened.
Or Leia going, I was in the cell block for most of it.
No, because it starts with the trash compactor.
Oh,
she was already with them.
That's right, she was already with them.
This was right after the cell block.
That's right. I watched my brother, who I don't know is my brother, get dragged under by some beast.
I don't think she would have said that.
No.
Because she knows her brother.
Yeah, maybe by this point they do. Well, they're retelling the story. I mean, you don't know when they're retelling the story exactly.
Obviously I do, because they're wearing the medals from the end of the movie. So they're telling the story from that point.
Oh.
You're way off topic here. Can we get back to the game?
Sure. So they've all got these little white display stands that they just pop into there. And the bad thing with these is you can tell on some of them is that they're old, they're cardboard, like they're really getting beat up over the years. This Han and Chewie is bad. It's like warped and ripped, and
okay, do you choose to be either the Luke and Leia piece or the Han and Chewie piece? Is that how it works?
Yeah, pretty much.
So like if I'm the green pawn,
right?
So I'm like, I'm gonna be Han and Chewie. That's how it works.
Each player selects a color and places his 2 tokens, so you get to be both.
You're both of them. That's why I asked.
So you get to be both.
That's why I asked.
That's interesting.
So I have to maneuver all 4 of these people through. So it's the green rebels versus the yellow rebels, or whatever we're doing. That one got chewed on.
What happened?
Let's see if it still works.
It melted.
There we go, that still works.
Why you gotta chew on plastic things?
Let's do. What color are you gonna be?
Oh, I picked your color.
I'm green.
Oh, you're gonna be green. All right.
Get out of here with this red
all right.
nonsense.
Well, okay. I was trying to be nice. I'm like, I picked Pixel Dan's color.
The sky.
And then we've got there's a bunch of cards in here of Death Star blueprints. So we've got 4 Death Star blueprints there. Those are kind of neat.
Nice.
We got Death Star blueprints. We've got tractor beam cards here that actually have Obi-Wan Kenobi on them. So Obi's in the game. Man, little drawing of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Turning off the tractor beam.
Yeah, turning off the tractor beam right before his spoilers, his death.
What?
Yeah.
He didn't die. He became one with the Force.
Oh.
There's a difference.
You know, the Force is actually bacteria in your bloodstream.
Midi-chlorians. Only for that one movie, and then they totally just kind of
Oh, yeah.
They
were like, this is a dumb idea. Who wants to tell George?
Well, you know, guys.
That was my George Lucas.
That's a good George Lucas. You sound just like him.
It's interesting here. The spinner is actually inside this little cardboard holder here, and it's got R2 on it.
Yeah.
So you've got
Beep, boop, boop.
you've got your outside layer that has 1, 2, or 3 on it, and then your inside layer has win or lose, which I'm guessing is for when you dogfight.
When you do the dogfighting.
And then you've got a whole stack of cards here that actually just slip into the little spinner there. But the cards are interesting here because you've got not only do you have some very interesting artwork, but you've got stuff like the Force is against you. The trash monster hauls you back to the trash compactor. There's a little drawing there. Yeah.
Drawing.
Like the Force is against you. Your blaster misfires. Move back 3. Or the fourth is with you. The Force is with you. You find Stormtrooper outfits. Disguise yourself. Move ahead 4.
You just find them. That's how it happened. That's how it happens when they retell the story. We just found those laying there.
Move Han and Chewbacca to Death Star DS8 coordinate.
DS8.
Oh, there it is. So there's some very interesting little things for a game from
Well, I'm
77.
ready to play.
Well, yeah, let's
jump in.
I mean, we've got the game pretty much set up, so let's jump right in and see what it takes to play this game. It's pretty at least the instructions aren't that long.
Yeah, this won't take very long. Let's do it.
Good.
Let's Star Wars it up.
Here, you can have a little pal while you play.
Moss Man.
He's the trash compactor monster.
Oh. Ah!
Let's see what happens with the Star Wars Death Star. Escape from the Death Star.
I love Star Wars! Yeah!
Good God, man. That's my eardrum you just shattered.
Yeah!
Anywho. Star Wars Escape from the Death Star. There's very little setup involved. You unfold the board. Separate the Death Star blueprint cards and the tractor beam cards from the others and set them aside.
Next, you shuffle the Force cards and place them in the dispenser under the spinner here.
And finally, you pick your token and place them in the matching color space in the trash compactor. Each player will get a Han and Chewie and a Luke and Leia piece to move.
Each player spins with the highest going first. You spin the spinner and then move one of your tokens. Players can move forwards and backwards, but cannot move in opposite ways on the same turn.
so you can't move forward and then backward during that same turn.
When moving the tokens, the yellow Death Star coordinate spots here count as a simple normal space.
If you happen to land on one of the blue force spaces, you take a force card and carry out the instructions on that card.
There are a number of different force cards, but some of the ones you may draw are: the force is against you, stormtroopers in corridor, lose a turn.
Or, the force is with you, blast a barrier with your blaster, move ahead too.
There are way too many different cards to name off, but you get the basic idea.
If you draw an Escape from Detention Block card, you can save it until you need it.
Which would be any time you draw a force card telling you to go directly to the detention block, which is simply the start spaces here.
In order to get out, you have to spin a 3 or by presenting the Escape from Detention Block card.
If you don't have that card, you have 3 turns to try and spin a 3. After your third turn, if you fail to spin a 3, you're free to move again on your next following turn.
Now, one of the main goals is to get to the Millennium Falcon, but before you can enter that space on the board, you have to collect a Death Star blueprint card and a tractor beam card by landing on the control room and tractor beam spaces respectively.
Once you have both of these cards in your possession, you have to move both of your pieces onto the Falcon.
Once there, force cards can no longer affect you. Now, once to the Falcon, you move both of your pieces together through hyperspace, fighting TIE fighters.
If you engage a TIE fighter in a dogfight by landing on the TIE fighter space, you simply spin the spinner to see if you win or lose by looking at the inside band on the spinner.
If you lose, both playing pieces have to return to the Falcon.
If you win, you can move forward or diagonally, either to an empty space and wait for your next turn, or to another TIE fighter and immediately have another dogfight.
If you keep having dogfights, you could actually move all the way through hyperspace to the Rebel base and win the game!
The first player that arrives at the Rebel base, either by exact count or by winning dogfights, is the winner.
So you need to roll a 1 to get your other guy in Millennium Falcon.
And I got my blueprint.
Yeah, no, I got one
That
too.
means if I roll the 1, I land on the Falcon, and then I can get to the Rebel base, and I can win. It would be victory.
Well, on your next turn, you can start moving through hyperspace.
Well, yeah.
Well, spin it. Ah, come on. All right, my turn. Yeah. Move my guy there.
You're not there. Okay, so now I'm just gonna blow through all of these TIE fighters.
Oh, okay, all right.
So I move just through.
Well, I mean, you still have to spin.
roll?
Yeah, you still have to spin.
See how many spaces I go, and I can land on. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and land on this first TIE fighter.
Yeah.
Because I rolled 1. So boom, boom.
Yeah.
TIE fighter.
Now you gotta win.
Now I'm just gonna have a dogfight with a TIE fighter. But if I win the dogfight, I move I keep going, right?
Well, yeah, you can move.
Like if I blow up all these TIE fighters right now, then I win.
Well, that would you can do that. There's a win.
Oh! I'm daring. I'm gonna do it again. Another TIE fighter. I got him! Great kid, don't get cocky! Yeah! Back at the Rebel base. Bum ba da, bum ba da, bum ba da 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 da, bum ba 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 da da. And that, kids, is a story of How I Met Your Mother. I mean, how we escaped from the Death Star. See, they were telling a story. Get it? What are you... Look, don't get mad because I retold the story more accurately than you and therefore won the game. So, look, at least you knocked over your own pieces and not mine.
Can't reach your pieces. Dang it. So, the Escape from the Death Star game, the original Star Wars game that came out for the film. It came out when the film came out. It is a simple game, and it looks really complicated, but it really is simple.
Yeah. This, like, you see all those bubbles on there, and you're like, "Gah!" But yeah, it's not
it's really easy. I mean, you have to get to like the tractor beam space to turn off the tractor beam, the control room space to get a blueprint. Sometimes you get sent to the detention block. Other times you actually get sent back to the trash compactor and you have to get out. The different cards here are pretty unique. The Force is with you, win lightsaber duel with Darth Vader, move ahead 3 spaces. There's a lot of different cards that help you move across all these different spaces to the different quadrants. And then, of course, like you just saw with Dan, when you get to the Millennium Falcon and get into hyperspace and you start moving, you actually, if you're lucky enough, like this one seems to be filled with it, you can actually just burn through the TIE fighters because you can move forward. You can move forward or diagonally through that field. So, and why would anyone win a dogfight and move to a blank space? Why wouldn't you just keep trying to?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like at first, I was like, why would you want to land on a TIE fighter? But the whole idea that you could just keep plowing through as long as you're beating the TIE fighters, and it's not that hard just to spin it and land on a wind space, so I would go for that every
Considering
time.
there's only 2 lose spaces out of all the inner wind spaces.
Yeah, there's 4 wind spaces and 2 lose spaces.
So the odds are
your odds are good.
They're pretty good with you. So.
Yeah, the Force is strong with you.
It's a quick game, though. It plays really quick. It's a lot of fun. It's a great old vintage game. It's something I recommend though, but trying to find it, complete in this day and age is for a good price. It gets kind of hard, but it's pretty easy to find every once in a while. You come across, I came across it pretty easily, and you see it a lot. But again, finding it complete is kind of a challenge. But a lot of fun game. I really like this game.
I enjoyed it quite a bit, especially because I won.
Well, there you go, guys.
Hero
That's
of the Rebellion. Darth Vader's back.
Good.
What Pickle Man?
Hey, what's up, Vader?
The little pooper never told you what happened to your father.
No, oh God, no. Really?
He told me enough. He told me you killed him.
Why would I throw your father out of a perfectly good airplane? That'd be very painful.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
No, Pickle Man. I am your father.
No! That's not true! That's impossible! He's my dad! He says he's my father! But it's impossible! Yes?
We'll see you next week, gang. I'm bored.
Did I miss Father's Day?
Yes, you did, and I'm very disappointed that I didn't get a tie. Yes,
No! I missed Father's Day! That's impossible!